Today I want to share with you my first weekend experience in Augsburg, Germany. So after basic and AIT, I got on a plane, flew to Frankfurt, and they assigned me down to Augsburg to artillery. And so in Frankfurt, I ran across Sam, as we called him, Michael Samuelson, and we had went through basic and AIT together. When I was getting there, he was actually going out to his bus, and he said, "Yeah, I'm going to Augsburg." I'm like, okay, all right. Yeah, I didn't know where that was. I didn't know nothing. And so later on that day, I got my orders. So the next day, I took a bus down. It was, I don't know, about a 4-hour drive. And I was in the same building with him for one night. I managed to catch up with him. And we actually ended up working in the same kitchen for 2 years until he came back to the States. So that weekend we were in processing and we were off. So we hopped on a train and we went down to Garmisch, okay? And Garmisch-Partenkirchen was where the 72 Olympics were, okay? That's where they held the Winter Olympics with the downhill skiing. And so we were out, you know, goofing around, and the next day is like, well, let's go skiing, you know, because we're in the Alps, right? You're in the Alps, so let's go skiing. And there at the base there, because we had a military hotel, and they actually had a shop set up where you could rent all the equipment. Then you had to buy a lift pass, which was, I don't know, $10, $20. And so they took the elevator up to the base, you got on the thing, and you went up and you went skiing. But we had never been on skis before, okay? Walk up, and then you get your skis on, you get in this line, and they had the T-bar. So, it's coming down, and it's empty because everybody gets off at the top. Well, when it comes around, you've got to grab it in the middle and get it right up in the right part of your buttocks, and off you go, unless you don't know what you're doing. So it came around the first time, boom, it drug us about 2 feet, and we both fell, and and everybody's laughing at us, and okay. And so anyway, we got back in line, because these things were fast, okay? They were coming about every 10 seconds. And so we got back up there, and we did it again, and we both fell off, and we had about 3 or 4 tries, and he would knock me off, because when he would fall, then the bar would shift and you would fall. And we didn't know what, nobody ever told us about it. There was no YouTube on how to ski. So finally, this one run comes around, he falls off, and I get it up under my cheeks there, and I'm just hanging on. Yeah, you don't know what you're doing. You better get off at the first level and go down the bunny slope, right? That's sloped this way, not this way. Well, I did not know, okay? I had no clue. I was not prepared. I mean, I was, no, God, this was the worst thing you could do on that day, was put me on this lift. So apparently there were 3 landings, okay? And when you would get up to the landing, there was a flat spot, and you could get off, or you could go on up to the next landing, for those that really like to ski a lot and were a lot better. So I actually went up 3 levels. That level was actually the expert level. Well, not the expert, but it was the very skilled skiers. And I only knew that because there were some signs that said danger. When I got to the top, the T-bar got pulled out and was going back down the hill. And so I got off, and of course, you're there, you have to go back down the hill on the slope. And what I didn't know, the slope was, I don't know what the death slope looks like, but that's what it looked like to me. And I looked down, and there was a drop because it had just started for these guys coming around. So there was about a 10-foot, just like a straight drop. And then after that little path, there was another steep drop, and there was a bunch of trees that were about 30 feet tall, and there were no ropes keeping you on your path. So I just kept my little thing together, and everybody, everybody's zipping by, and you got these little babies that can't even walk, and they're going by you, and you can walk faster than I'm skiing. And so I get out there, and it's like, oh yeah, keep your skis crossed, and you just kind of zigzag. And what they don't tell you is that when you fall, you're going to get snow packed into your boots, and you got to get all that snow out before you can get it back on the ski and get up and fall again. So some Americans came by, and yeah, you gotta pick out that snow in there so to get that, get it sealed so you can snap the boot on. So I get it on, and I'm just slowly figuring out the left and righties, and then the fog comes in. Oh yeah, by the way, you're in the Alps, okay? The Sound of Music, all that stuff. Yeah, that's where I was. I don't know what to do. I can't see. I don't know how to ski. So I just kind of hunkered down. I'm just kind of sitting, because I'd fallen, of course, one of my 100 times. And you can't see 10 feet in front of you, and all of a sudden, these people, I don't know why they didn't even just spear straight through me and kill me. Eventually, I get down to the bottom, and I'd been out there, I don't know, it's a couple hours. I was tired, hungry, and there was a restaurant there, a German restaurant. Of course, we're in Germany. I go in there, and there's Sam. Michael Samuelson. He's sitting there because guess what? He started drinking. He was drunk. He'd made these friends. He'd been sitting there for 3 hours. The next morning, I could not move. My first thought was, I'm going to go skiing the next day. No, you're not. Nope. Thank you. I hope you enjoy the stories. Please like and subscribe to the channel. This is Tiger, so you can follow my link below. But Tiger channel, Tiger with a Y. If you guys in the service, you ever went down there back in the 80s, 90s, back when they had the German American hotel and all that stuff, leave me some comments. All right. Thank you.